Good morning. I do have an email address. It is matt@rogerscott.com. Thank you, Murray. Happy New Year. Hey, Robert. I hope that's good news. Hey, Buck. Chris. How are ya? Everyone hear me? Hey, Christopher. Morning, Peter and Richard on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Hey, Adam's here. William. Roger is coming in. Just a second. Hey, Julene, Elliot. Ralph is here. Larry, good morning or good afternoon. Bill, I don't know about that. Boise State. Hey, Jody. Teresa, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
There he is.
Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, it took a few minutes. I was taking care of some stuff here. Um, Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. Happy upcoming New Year's. Happy New Year's. Gonna have a little shindig at my house today. Uh, thanks for the. You're welcome, Wilford. Richard, Peter, how are you? Happy New Year's. Let me just say hello to everybody here. Jody, Ed, Ken. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, Jody. Lawrence, Robert. Got PJ. How are you, PJ? Good to see you. Happy New Year's to you. I hope 2025 is the best year ever for you and your family. Kevin, how are you? We got uh, Penny. Penny, how are you? Good to see you, Penny. Happy New Year's, guys. God, I feel like I know you. I feel like I know a lot of you personally. Uh, I actually do know PJ, but I kind of feel like I know most of you personally. Rochelle, there you are. We were worried about you this morning. We didn't hear from you. I hope your doctor appointment went well and everything was kosher there. Can all of us attend? John, how are you? You wouldn't be able to fit in my house. You got like 400 people coming in here, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Cyrus, same to you. Happy New Year's. Dave, Rachel, Jean, Perry, Wild Ranger, how are you? Murph, how are you? Kevin, how are you? Happy New Year's to you. Tim, Ken, Murray, Clyde, make it to midnight? Yeah, they will. Hey, Bodine, how are you? And in YouTube, Gaston, how are you? Thinking about you this morning. Haven't heard from you in a few days. Gabriel, Raj, Pops. Hey, Pops. That's what I call my dad, Pops. John is in. I'm happy today. My oldest son is coming. Well, my only son is coming over. I haven't seen him in a little while. He lives in Gainesville. And hey, Bob, Happy New Year's to you too. Thomas, Happy New Year's to you. Cyrus, Harry, party animals. Yes. Yep. To a great trading year. Okay. Speaking of trading year, I figure I mean, this is a good time to be off. The market is crap right now. I mean, really, really crap. Also, remember, I will be doing my turning point. This is the last time this year that I'll be doing turning point with my predictions. If you missed them, I'll be doing them again. Yep, my son Josh, he's coming over with his girlfriend Clarice. They've been together for about I think they've been together for over 4 years now. I think, no, he's not studying in Queensland yet. He decided to wait till next semester. He wants to see if he gets accepted to some of the schools here because they have a different registration cycle. Remember, they are on a totally different cycle. So he postponed it till next semester. So he hasn't gone there yet. Not yet, Graham. But good memory. Good memory. What are you writing down there, Matt? Something going on?
Notes
Okay, good. I like
on
notes.
Project
Oh, you're in a
Mongoose.
project what?
Mongoose.
Operation Mongoose. Very good. We like that. We like that. As far as the market's concerned, let me oh yeah, I'm a happy dad. He's always been a good boy. He's never been a troublemaker. He's always been a very mellow actually not really mellow, just a nice kid. Like everywhere I go people were like always you have like the nicest kid. He's like the nicest son. He really is sunshine. Never had any issues with him, not through puberty, with girls, nothing. I got very lucky. His girlfriend, she's awesome too. She's valedictorian. She's a very smart girl. She may even be smarter than him. One thing about my son that what I always thought was unusual when he was a kid. I don't think I ever told you this, Matt, but I always thought this was strange. Sometimes I would take him to movies and, people would squirm ever since he was like 4 years old, 3 years old, 4 or 5. I mean, he never squirmed at a horror movie or he never had that reaction. When
Hmm.
my father took me to see Alien the first time in the movie theater, it was in Hollywood. I remember I was like 6 years old. I literally kept my eyes closed the entire movie. This kid, nothing. So I guess he was meant to do something in medicine. Jeffrey says, just got the pit. When you say watch list, that doesn't mean buy. No, it just means watch list. It means I'm adding it. It becomes part of what I'm looking at right now actively. That's good, Pops. That's very good. Up 5,000 on puts playing SPX. Excellent. I love when a plan comes together. Yeah, he wants to be a vet. He wants to be a vet. Well, he's going to be a vet. He's beyond wanting to be a vet. He's now applying to vet. But anyway, that enough about him. He's a great kid. I never talk about my kids actually, but it is the holidays. All right. So, a few things I wanted to share with you, okay? And I'm glad you guys are here because I'll give you guys a good explanation of this. First of all, let me share the market here. Okay. So first things first, as you could see here on the SPY is now approaching this little trend line right here. And if it breaks this trend line, the next level is the 100-day moving average. The big concern I have right now is the FANG stocks, which are weak right now. And remember again, this isn't about patting myself on the back. It's about, remember me telling you guys how if the FANGs give out, there's not much firepower here. There's really not much firepower. There's nothing holding us up, and we're already below the 15-day EMA. Now, RSP to me, it seems like it's going to be chopping around. But silver lining, it is stronger than SPY today. I mean, than mags today, which is good because that hasn't been the case. But when I say stronger, I really want to see some strength. There's no strength. This is mostly all. This is more.
Algos,
Say again.
like programs.
This is all program buying and selling. Um, Program buying and selling, just random nonsense. There's a lot of randomness here. My suggestion is not to do any trading, and if you are going to do any trading, limit your trading to selling credit spreads because then you'll get a little decay going into New Year's because the markets are closed. Bonds are going to close in about an hour and 50 minutes. And then tomorrow the market's closed. And then you've got a couple of more days and then you have the weekend. So I think we're going to get a little bit of a decay over the next few days. So that may be not such a crazy idea. But when I'm saying don't do any trading, don't do any. My suggestion is not to do any directional trading right now. Directional trading right now is probably not a great idea because you're not seeing momentum. You're not seeing any clarity right now. Also, something else that I wanted to share with you, and I've been saying this many different ways, but I've been saying this many different ways, but I'll say it in a different way again. Remember, I've been saying you how there's a huge distortion between the mega caps and the RSP. We've been talking about it every day. In the mornings, I talk about it extensively and exhaustively. And what I wanted you guys to know is that as of right now, 17 market breadth is very bad. Only 17% of stocks in the S&P 500 are outperforming the index, which is another way of saying the mega cap stocks are controlling the show. So you got to be really careful right now because we are very vulnerable, and you can see that. Yes, I'm going to be in on Thursday and Friday, just like every other day. I'll be at work here with Matt. Um, I don't really take much time off. Bear call spreads, bull put spreads, all that stuff. Basically, I'm not expecting a lot of. I'm not expecting a lot of anything, right? A lot of anything. So that's the second thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, a lot of people are asking me about, do I think there's going to be a New Year's rally or something like that? Typically, rallies, those rallies are caused by the retail sector starting to come out with really good news before the holidays. Not seeing that at all. Matter of fact, if you look at real estate, I mean, below the 50-day moving average, there's really not much there. In order for us to have a rally, usually you need a catalyst. I mean, you can have a technical rally, but we haven't done well with technical rallies. It hasn't been. We usually need a catalyst. We're not getting any catalyst from the bond market. Remember this morning I said, it looks like it's going to cling on to the 8-day and bounce right back down. There's nothing going on right now. There's nothing to propel it higher or lower. You're kind of in no man's land, a twilight zone, as I like to call it. So I'd love to tell you all about all the different things the things are going to do, but it's a big question mark right now. Nobody knows. We may have a catalyst. There may be some political catalyst beginning of the year. The only major catalyst I see is Fed data, which isn't going to really start till the week following New Year's, and earnings. Now, I've been saying this before, and I've been saying this again. Two quarters ago, not last quarter, the quarter before last quarter, okay? So 2 quarters ago, the FANG stock said, "Hey, we're doing great. We're doing amazing. We're doing really good, and we're doing okay on AI." Market didn't buy it. Last quarter, a lot of them said, we're not doing great, and we're starting to see a slowdown in the future. And right now, those S&P 500, and 59% of the S&P 500 is driven by the top 10 stocks. You guys know that those are mega caps. And if those mega caps don't deliver this quarter season, it's not going to be pretty. So it's a major, 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 major issue. Jim says banks start reporting in mid-January. Yeah, I mean, by the time we're done with the holidays, a lot of people celebrate. A lot of ethnic people are not big on Christmas. They're big on New Year's. Everything is pushed the first week of January. All the Russian and Ukrainian celebrations are like first week of the year. Um, uh, I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff. America has got a lot of ethnic. This is what a melting pot. So you're going to have a lot of people out till a lot of people use this as a holiday to take advantage, and a lot of people are going to be coming back next week. So nothing really gets going till Perry says January 6th. Jensen opens the show. The second week, Penny says, I don't have any data, but I have often seen the year-end window dressing or adding ups to stock portfolios at the end of the year, then get sold off early in January. What have you seen? I've seen, generally what I've been seeing is institutions holding on. I haven't seen them do much selling. I've been seeing them hold on the last couple of weeks. That's what I've been seeing. And usually if I see a rally, the rally I see beginning towards... It would have already started a few days ago, and the markets would have been stronger. So I'm not seeing that amazing rally. There's nothing to cause a rally right now. You have a lot of global friction. Phil says, "Is it like this every year at this time?" No, no, no. It's no, Phil. Sometimes we have very strong year-end rallies. I think last year market was near new highs. Volume was really high. Let's take a quick look here. Let's take a look at volume. SPY. Give you some perspective. Okay. Look at volume around the first week of the year. Look at volume second. Look at the volume holiday 60 million, 80 million, 84. The day before yesterday's volume was 84 million contracts a year ago. Look at this. I mean, it's right there. You could see it right there. Right there. Look January. Look at this. January 20th, 90 million contracts. Let's go. How about 29th, 60, 70 million contracts. Shares, not contracts. Yeah, let's see here. 1485. We're right now at 11 million, and yesterday we went to 50. This is not good. I'm looking 2 years ago. Oh yeah, let's take a look. Maybe I am. Very possible. I think I was right here. No, I wasn't looking 2 years ago. Looking this year. Yep. Yep. Right here. End of 23, beginning of 24. 100 million. 1.3, it was 100 million, 103 million, 65 million, 118. It was much higher. Yeah, I don't know about that, Rochelle. He says a lot of things. Anyway, the market right now is dead. There's no rhyme or reason analyzing it, but there is a few things I wanted to share with you. So, a few things that I found out. First of all, I want to teach you guys something important that I realized this year. A lot of talk about increase in option trading, in particular zero ET. So the first thing I wanted to tell you guys was this. Conviction in trading. A lot of you guys, you take trades that I give you, but they're not your trades. They're my trades. I have convictions in trades that I take, but you don't have any conviction in trades that I take because they're not your trades. There's no way you can have conviction in somebody else's trades unless that person and your trading style are completely aligned. Problem is, most of you don't even have your own trading style yet. So you're relying on me. There's no way you can rely. It's like driving a car. You're not going to rely on somebody. If you've been driving for, let's say, over 5, 10 years, you're never ever going to trust somebody driving the car more than you're going to trust yourself. Okay. So, and this is a psychological thing. In order for you, in order for you to have unshakable, in order for you to see the trade objectively, okay, objectively, it means the profit potential, the risk, everything. You got to have a lot of faith in the trade, not faith in me, faith in that particular trade. Okay. What I want you guys to do this year is to write down the checklist for yourself. Okay. You could use my rules. You could use the rules Carlos posted that are in the members area or should be in the members area. I know they're on the Telegram channel. But you have to have 100% faith in the trade. If you don't have belief in your trade that you're taking, you're not going to be objective with that trade. You're going to be always trading scared, and you're going to be second guessing myself and yourself. So my suggestion is picking my own trades is so much more fulfilling. Of course it is, Patrick. The point of this exercise is to have you guys, I mean, look, I'm hoping that the reason you're here is so you could learn to trade yourself. I mean, if you just want to be in the programs to give you the entries and the exits. So my point in doing all of these exercises and giving you these hit lists every day is so that you develop comfort, confidence, complete faith in these type of trades. If you can't develop faith in these type of trades, you're never, ever, 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 ever be able to learn to trade for yourself. You're always going to be mimicking somebody. You're always going to be looking for the next best thing. So in order for you for that to end, you should create a checklist, and you should only create a checklist in things that you believe in, however they came to you, whether I gave them to you or not. I'm assuming those things work. And only take trades that follow that checklist. That way, you have a full belief system in those trades. Don't just take a trade because I give you a trade if you're learning how to trade. If you're learning how to trade, you want to have a belief in that trade too. Because if I take a trade that's counter to your belief system, it's going to confuse you and it's going to throw you back. So please, 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 if you want to start to trade yourself, you need to start assimilating the ability to have unshakable faith in the trades that you take. Otherwise, you're always going to be playing second fiddle or backseat driver. It's like, you know what it's going to be like? It's like you're the, like you're the backup player in a rock band, and you're waiting for the guitar player to get sick so you could step in. And, you watch him every day and you know every song, but you're so scared because you've never done it before. You've got to step up to the plate yourself. You got to start taking accountability. And again, you don't have to do this. I'm not trying to tell you or force you to do this, but I'm explaining to you that you will never, ever, ever bridge the gap between self-sufficiency. And I'm only saying this because it's the holidays and I want you guys to do well. You'll never ever bridge the gap between self-sufficiencies and your own skill set. You'll never ever even know your own skill set, or you'll never be able to gauge your own skill set. You'll never even know how good you are till you do that yourself. So if you do take trades that I give you, try to make them your own. Try to take a little more control in 2025 over your trading, okay? Because Roger knows what he's talking about. I trust him 100%. Yeah, that's great. But do you trust yourself 100%? See, that's the other problem. And we don't to a certain degree in certain things, especially if we're not confident 100% in those things. You will always be late on the entry. Or, well, that could be a good thing, right, Glenn? To be so self-confidence is something you guys should be looking at. All right. So that's number one. Let me just take a quick look. I want to see something here. Okay. Sorry about that. So it's not that you don't trust me or you have faith in me. It's you don't trust yourself. Trust me. Trust me about this one. Trust me. A lot of you don't have trust in yourselves. Okay. By the way, I have a class today at 2 o'clock, at 2 p.m. Matt's going to throw a link for you guys. It'll be the last class I'll do this year. And I came to work so I could do this class and so I can hang out with Matt before the year end. But anyway, it'll be fun, and Matt will throw the link. Now, the second thing I wanted to tell you, okay? I'm always talking about volume. I'm always talking about volume, and I'm always talking about how important volume is. But what the problem that I'm seeing is a lot of you are using the volume thing, and you're relying too much on volume. And what's happening is you're picking stocks that have good volume that are overextended. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. If I don't even know if I could find one today because everything is so there's nothing really moving right now. Um, and not really a great example. Let's see. No, not a good example. So say cyber, right? This stock has a volume buzz right now of 50%. Okay. The stock right now is buzzing. The volume right now on TC 2000 right here is showing that volume is 50% above its average daily volume for right now. And if you use TC2, if you use Pro Trader dashboard, that's great too. And I like volume. Volume's important. But sometimes you look at volume and volume will have would have already pushed the price too much. The price is too overextended. So so thanks, Robert. I appreciate it. Let me repost what you just said, or maybe Matt can repost what you just said. I do this in the morning, by the way, quite a bit. All right. So one of the things I want you guys to start looking at now. Okay, why do we look at volume? Remember, there's a reason. Let's see. Can you guys answer the question? Why do we look at volume? It should be used for confirmation. I don't know about all of that. Why do we need volume? What's the purpose of volume? Institutional. Boom. Ben, you're absolutely right. All right. So so Ben is right on the dot. We want to see if the only reason we're looking at volume is to see if institutions are trading the stock. We want to validate that institutions are trading the stock. We want to see if smart money is behind the stock, right? Okay, okay. But a lot of times, by the time we look at volume, especially volumes high, the stock has already moved up a lot. So it's too late. So how do we find stocks that institutions are buying or selling? Now, I just want to mention this will be the most important session I'll have this year, which is why I made it today for people who are smart enough to come here without announcing it. I do things like that sometimes. I sneak them in on you. So how else can we find how else can we find institutional volume without volume? How else can we find institutional volume without looking at volume? Can anybody tell me? John, we're not going to look at the really stupid indicator. Price action? No, price action won't tell you that. Twitter? No, no. Big bars? Yeah, big bars will definitely do it, Ivano, but it may be too late. That's my point. VWAP? Nope. VWAP will tell you if you're on the right side of institutions. Open interest? No, no. Trend? Nope, nope. Increased volatility? Yes, Bodine. But the problem is, again, it the carriage or the horse, large bars, large volume, right? Increased volatility, large volume bars. Oh, we're too late to the party. So my question is, how can I tell without all that stuff? How can I tell without seeing any increase in volatility? Okay, how can I tell? How can I tell if institutions are lapping the stock up without looking at without seeing any increase in volume and without seeing the bars going higher? That is the question. No, Ken. Stealth Search looks for seasonality. Seasonality. Not sweep orders, not open interest, not option volume, not pro trader scan, not strength, not size of bar, not TC 2000. I don't know is a good answer, Angie. Not price. Nope. Nope. I got you guys pretty good today. Nobody could figure it out. See why it was a good idea for you guys to come here? I already said Ivano, it's not volatility. I said imagine take volatility and volume away from the picture. How do you know? How would you know? Come on, guys. Let's put in some work here. I'm about to lay it thick on you. Talk to your buddy hedge fund trader. That's a good idea. You just send out a pit alert while talking here. Did
Yep,
I?
we
Yep,
did.
yep. It was a bonus trade. Bonus trade. Remember, I told you we're going to start doing those pesky day trades. Call Jamie Dimon. Very, very good. Very, very good. All right. Pro Trader dashboard. Look at the first 30 minutes. But what if it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Constant support of lows. Dave says, I think you're blind without volume. Algos can manipulate. I'm glad you think that. All right. When you guys finally say, I give up, then I'll tell you. Stop. Just stop already. Stop. No, nothing to do with size of. You're not going to be able to figure it out. How about that one? How about you're not going to be able to figure it out? Now, would you like me to share it with you? I already said it. Already said it. You're not going to be able to figure it out. If I'm telling you you're not going to be able to figure it out, not going to be able to figure it out. I don't want to move on, Scott. I'm having fun. Move on. What are you, director Steven Spielberg? Move on. All right. All right. I want you guys to think a little bit about it. All right. So, how do you know volume is moving into a stock? I'm going to give you a way. Solve all your problems in life. Give me a stock. Let's pick a stock. How about Microsoft? You've all got it wrong. And don't tell me you figured it out because you've all got it wrong. Okay, so there's a couple of different ways. Do institutions buy individual stocks or do they buy a bundle of stocks? We've talked about this many, 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 many times before. They buy bundles. It's called program buying. Bundles. So what you want to see is you want to see 70% of related stocks being bought or being sold. Here's all the competitors to Microsoft. Are 70% green or 70% red? And I would stick with the big ones. If all of this is red, then you know that institutions are selling software stocks because they don't just buy or sell one, they sell 5 or 6 or 7 at a time. The way, the way, the way you can determine if institutions are aggressively accumulating or selling something is by looking at whether related stocks are being sold or being bought or if they're just random right now. Not sectors, related stocks. And more closer, Bodine, closer than sectors, related stocks. All right, related stocks. Very, 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 very important. Related stocks specifically. So for example, let me give you. So for example, what is software infrastructure doing right now? It's going down, right? What is cyber doing right now? It's going up. So, one of the best ways, one of the best ways, and no, you're not going to learn this anywhere else. Nobody's going to teach this to you, and I'm not trying to sell you anything. One of the best ways to validate whether institutions are buying or selling somebody. I'm just trying to reward you for being here on December 31st with you with something really, really good that Carlos probably can't wait to add to his documents because we've never talked about this before live. Have we, Matt?
Nope.
So what you want to see is you want to see the closest competitors to the stock itself, the closest competitors to the stock itself. And you want to make sure that 70 to 80% of those are on the same side as the stock that you're buying. I know you've never seen this before, and you've been watching me for 7 years. Now, does it make sense to you what I'm saying right now? That if the stocks like Salesforce and MicroStrategy and all of this Autodesk, if they're all down, and I want to sell Microsoft, the odds are institutions are selling it. But if all of these stocks are up on the day, or if this is mixed, if there's a little more green in here, then I would back away. All right. And you could see this right here. All right. Now that is very, very useful info that you could start applying to your trading right away. So if you want a validation, a true validation of institutional sponsorship beyond volume, look at the most closely related stocks. So let's look at Tesla, for example. Domestic autos. Tesla is down, right? What is General Motor doing? What is Ford doing? They're most of the big names are down. They're not. I mean, today's not a great day for this, but not as much. It's mixed, very, very mixed, choppy, not much, choppy. So you could see that institutions are not selling domestic autos right now. Okay. Let's see how my TC2000 categorizes it. Auto manufacturing down. You could see down. So see here how I have this on TC2000. Similar companies, as similar as you can get. As similar as you can get. Like as similar companies as you can find. Okay? Yes, like Pepsi, Coke, exactly. Now, I mean, you know, other bottled products like so like beverages, beverages, soft drinks. See, TC2000 is beautiful because I could see right away. I can have a chart here that does it for me. So I don't want to go to the industry. I mean, to the sector. I want to go to the industry. Erica says, what's the general rule? You want 70 to 80% of related stocks to be doing exactly what your stock is doing. It's a great way to validate institutional sponsorship. TC2000, I think it's like 20, 30. With like the exchange fees, it's like $40 a month or 50. It's not expensive, Angie. Yeah. And you could do this for free on bar chart, by the way. But I'm just letting you know, and I've been testing it a lot because sometimes I use volume and sometimes I don't use volume as much, but I'm always using this. I always want to see what, and by the way, I always told you to use related sectors. I always said, what is the sector doing? But I never explained to you why. I've never, ever explained to you why. Never, ever, ever explained to you why. You just all made assumptions. But I just gave you a lesson that you're not going to learn anywhere else. Nobody else is going to explain this to you. And it should make perfect sense. If Coca-Cola is going one way and Pepsi-Cola is going another way, the odds are institutions are not selling soft drinks or buying soft drinks. Makes my point. Where do I find a response to my chat? Eric, let's see what you asked. Let's see what your response is. Eric Bell says, where do I find... Oh, I thought you already said that. Let's see. Where's Eric? I don't see anything from you, Eric. I'm scrolling all the way up. Maybe you could just ask me the question again so I don't have to scroll. When sector down, doesn't that mean institutions buying will happen? Michael, I'm going to explain to you one more time. I want to see related companies. I want to see related companies being sold. I don't want to see the sector being sold. I don't want to see the industry. I want related companies being sold, not sector, related companies. All right. I want you to focus a little bit beyond sector onto the specific subsector, if you will. That's probably a good way. Subsector. Yeah, you see, never thought to check it out, Eagle Beagle. Now you have something to play with. So my suggestion is, where do I find trade signals outside Zoom, access to NFS? Eric, I think you're confusing me with customer service. So please, before you go buying or selling any stock, it's probably a really good idea for you to check this on TC2000. If you don't have TC2000, just use bar chart and just, hey, look at related stocks. And you could do that right here. All you have to do is pick a company and hit competitors. Right here, competitors. You see this tab right here? It says competitors. Yes, make sure, because sometimes now, if there's two stocks and one stock has volume and the other one stock has less volume, and it's not overextended and it fits all my criteria, and all of that stuff, that's great. I'll go for the one with higher volume. But let's say volume is not really that high. I want to make sure the related stocks are playing ball. If my related stocks are not playing ball, I'm not going to play ball. Pretty good little tool to have, right? That's how you can ensure that institutions are doing exactly what you think they're doing. Okay. What's the difference between a subsector and an industry? Industry is broader than a sector. So, RJ, this is a great question that you can look up in Google, and Google will tell you this. All right. Now, let me give you some stocks that I'm looking at. Now, if I didn't answer your question about this specifically, here's my email address. Because of the holidays, I may be a little late, but I'm trying to give you some really valuable information here without you having to get an AI system to do this for you and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and all that other good stuff, right? Just on the down low, on the cheap. Notice not asking you to buy anything. Yeah, it's a very, very good source to check your goodies. Um, Actually, I never even shared this with Richard. I got to share this with Rich. Richard, are you here? Holy cow! I feel a nitrous button. I just got pressed. Is this recorded? Yeah, they're always recorded. They're on YouTube, Beverly. Yeah, well, think about it. If institutions are they sell, remember they do program buying. They sell baskets and they sell relate and buy related stocks. So they're gonna, if Coca-Cola and you understand, you understand. If you're buying airline stocks, you want to make sure airlines and transport stocks are down. That way, you just double check. Thanks, Sandra. Now remember, I will be in a class, not at 1, but at 2 o'clock. Now let's keep this between us. Let's not tell this to anyone. Let's just keep this on the down low. Okay. Data is now $15, real time option, $10 over the year. I checked it was over 100 per month for real time. Now, not for me, Bodine. It was always like $25 plus exchange fees. Yeah, it's like $25. It's really cheap. Yeah, really, really cheap. And it has all that automatically for you. So are you changing your code to alert on this volume related company scan? Can you be a little more specific? What code in what scan on what alerts, RJ? You got to be a little more specific with me. Insular trading is one of the course. Is that the bundles? Phil, I don't understand what you're saying right now. Isn't so much my lips are sealed, but rather my memory isn't. So it would behoove to mimic the basket in our own basket. Well, you said the morning you were going to alert yourself on volume differences. That's all. Alert yourself on volume differences. I don't even remember anymore. You're probably making too much sense, but I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. RJ, there's so much stuff I'm looking at. I don't even remember. Let's see here. Changing the code. Anyway, I'm not. No codes being changed. No children are being experimented on. Everything's the same in this world. I'm just showing you a little trick that you could use in your trading to give you guys a little bit of an edge. Now, I'm going to go through some stocks that I like to the downside and to the upside right now. Don't get too carried away. Let's see what Tesla's doing, by the way. I was looking at to possibly. How's that trade doing that we put on earlier, Matt?
It is 15 cents in the money.
Yeah, that's good. All right. All right. Stocks that are on my short side. MSTR broke the 50-day moving average. Broke the 50-day moving average and doesn't look that great right now. Been selling off all day long. And you could see software applications kaput. And you don't have to use it on a daily. You could use it on a 5 minute. What other stuff is going on? Just like what is it doing now? I'm not going to give you options because I don't want you doing any of these right now. The only stocks I want you to be trading is credit spreads. STX, nice breakdown, nice going down. Definitely seeing institutional selling pressure. If this was flat like this, and if this was going down, or if this was going up, I would be very concerned. There you go, Saeed. Breaking down right here. I would use a stop right here. So STX, I like to the downside. KSS, I like to the downside. One second, please. I got to check something here. One second. Let me see something. Yeah, it is an engulfing. You're welcome, Charlie. You're welcome. A little nugget for you there. Okay, just little nugget for you guys. I always like to reward people who come who show up when most people don't, because I always believe in showing up. So I always like to reward you guys for those sneaky sessions that most people don't show up in. KSS, another short, also going down, although this is not great, but it's moving along. Always want that confirmation, okay? UL. Nice breakdown right here. Nice breakdown. Nice channel breakdown. Let's talk about the long side. EPR doesn't look bad. Yeah, I agree with you, Cyrus. It's a crappy market. I'm doing all right, Art. How are you? Tonight, Omar, T-Buzz. I always have New Year's with T-Buzz. He always comes over my house for, it's going to be like fifth year in a row. Yeah, T-Buzz always comes over for dinner. We live in the same subdivision. Jack Carter and I don't live in the same city. We live in a different, we're good acquaintances, but we're not friends. T-Buzz and I are good friends. We see each other for dinner all the time, so forth. ALGT, gossip about the market all the time. He tells me all his political stuff. No, I don't golf, RJ. No, he's an avid golfer. I'm the only person who lives in a golfing subdivision on the 10th hole who doesn't golf, but I don't. I like this ALGT. But I do have people who come and visit me who play golf, so that's always good. And my daughter takes advantage of the of the tennis court. Yeah, I like TPR. Yeah. I don't care about what's going to happen in 2025. I'm talking about right now. I like the stock right now. HSBC looks good right now. VRSN looks really good right now. If I'm going to concern myself with what's going to happen in 2025, I'll never make any money. I would wait for this to, J Bill. Yeah, I would wait for it to trade above this level, about 148. All right, let's talk about more upside stocks. Chef. Not giving you guys options today. I really don't want you to place trades. Nice looking stock. Nice grinder right here. DRSN. Nice looking stock. DA. I would wait for the stock to get above the previous high. Lulu. Lulu needs to break above. Let me give you a breakout level. Lulu needs to break above. Nicely break above 390. And we need to make sure that these guys here are roaring up, which they're not. See, now, would you buy Lulu right now? Some of you may say, well, you know, Roger, I'll just kind of sit here. But look what are related stocks doing? They're not doing well. So why would you want to do it if institutions are not touching it right now? Just to give you a nice little fail safe. No, we don't hang out with Jack Carter. No, Jack Carter, he lives in Colorado and east west side of near Tampa. We live in Ponte Vedra Beach. We live in a different city. Jack's a great guy, but we're not really that close. But I am close with T-Buzz. All right. All right, Matt. Sectors, institutions are touching. Which sectors or stocks? Zero, Kanaka. There's nothing that they're touching right now. T-Buzz met Trump about 2 weeks ago. He met him the night before he was here with me doing a class. He was in Mar-a-Lago with him. Actually, he did meet him. He did. He's not messing around. Is that sector chart on your Pro Trader dashboard? Yeah, it is. It's actually right here. So let's look at, for example, it's not as granular, but it's good enough. So let's use TPR for example. See right here? See that? Stock, sector, market. Right there. Right there. But I wanted you guys to understand why it's there. Okay. That was the most important thing, why it's there. Yeah, Saeed, I prefer TC 2000 over TradingView, but there's nothing wrong with TradingView. I just prefer for it's got a better scanner, that I could tell you for sure. Okay. All right, Matt, do you have anything to report before you post a link?
I can report that seasonality is extremely neutral.
Yeah, I figured that was the
I
case.
ran a bunch of special tests for like over New Year's into the next year, a lot of different variations, and I kept getting like 53% win rate on all the different variations. So 50-50.
Yeah, Saeed, I don't know if they have the same thing on TradingView, but you may want to just look at industry groups and things like that. Um, Also, to be fair, TradingView was built for like all type of assets. TC 2000 is built from the bottom up for stocks. It doesn't even have futures. And it's built on the whole tracking industries, tracking all that stuff. So it's really good for that. But there's other platforms that do it. I know TC, I'm working on something that will help you guys do it more granularly on Think or Swim. Also, I will see you guys in 1 hour and 5 minutes in a class that I am having. Okay. So I'll see you guys there very, very soon. And let's all make some money and let's all make some cash. All right, guys. I will see you later. Have a great day. And if I don't talk to you, happy New Year's. Okay, to all of you, each and every one of you. There's the link, and Matt just posted it there as well. Let's see what you did in the. Oh, all right. Well, let's see what happens with this trade. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, everybody. Thank you so much for the nice wishes. Best to all of you. All right. Where's my exit button? Oh,